right, now that we have a garden started, let's build a chicken coop. Every single homestead project we've done in the past, we've crammed everything into the back of my SUV and had to make multiple loads. So we decided it was finally time to get us a trailer to help us with these larger size projects. We were lucky and happened to be driving around in our small town, saw an estate sale sign, and snatched up this trailer. It is used but in great condition, many more years of use for us. So we actually started this chicken coop build in the spring of 2025. So you'll see our dog Rousey, the black pit bull boxer mix, and I went ahead and kept a couple clips with her in it because she's passed away since then and is no longer with us. But after her helping us unload all of the materials that we need to build this coop, my husband got right to work setting the foundation. And of course, Rousey was right there with him. So we started the build last year and we ran into some issues. We started the build, laying the foundation like what he's doing here, setting that base up. We had winter storms, which are super crazy here in Oklahoma. And at one point we had the framing up and a storm came through and knocked all of our work down. So we had to start over again. And then by the time we got into some of the more laborious work, it was already like super hot summer and we just didn't want to work in the heat. So we postponed finishing the project until finally this year. So March of 2026, we finally finished our chicken coop. But after setting the foundation, getting that all leveled out, my husband framed out the 4 walls and I'm just here helping him hold those framed walls into place as he screws and nails them to the foundation. I would also like to mention that we are not construction people by any means whatsoever. We are just 2 homesteading DIYers, and this design is not perfect, but it is very functional. This is a DIY project that we did ourselves. I designed it, he did the construction, most of it, and I helped him along the way. So if you've only been along with us for the homesteading journey, you wouldn't know that I'm also a professional painter. I have another YouTube channel. It's called Sab's Rehabs. I will link it in case you're interested in following it. It is a YouTube channel where I flip furniture. I've done it for 15 years, and I've been like spraying and painting furniture for probably about 5 or 6. So one of my sponsors from that YouTube channel, Vevor, sent me this really awesome air sprayer, and you don't have to have an air compressor for it. It's a little machine all on its own, and this was great for really large projects. You can see how good of a spray range coverage this gun gets, and I don't have this sped up at all. Like, this is me just spraying in real time, and I timed it, and to spray this one panel, the entire thing white, was 45 seconds. So it's quick for those really big painting jobs that you have to do. So if you are interested in a paint sprayer for some of your projects around the homestead, I'll link that in the description. As I was painting those panels, my husband was busy setting up the framing for the rooftop. We don't end up insulating our chicken coop, but we do add these plywood pieces to make walls first. And it's here where you can kind of start to see where this is coming together and turning into the coop of our dreams. So my husband works a full-time job, and I also, work full-time as well. So we're weekend warriors. So we homestead in the evenings whenever there's still daylight, and also on the weekend. So we kind of paused there, and then the next weekend we picked up putting the panels that I sprayed white on top of the plywood. Like, again, we didn't insulate it, but I think this is going to be enough for the chickens because we don't have super crazy cold winters here in Oklahoma. We have about 1 to 2 weeks of maybe, below freezing, if even that. So it's pretty warm. If anything, we're more concerned with the heat here. I didn't record it, but I sprayed some trimming black, and then my husband added the roof and shingles. Now that we have the walls and roof up, let's make this more functioning for an actual chicken coop. So I mentioned the heat being more of a problem for us in Oklahoma, and so we decided to add 2 small windows to one side of the coop. We have vents on the other, and this is just so we can get some airflow and ventilation during those hot summer months. So you can see that my husband did most of the physical labor on this. Now I helped him with some of the heavier things that he couldn't do by himself, or holding and leveling stuff. But he's the one who made this dream that I had make happen. So ladies, if you don't have a man, look for a man like this. When you say you want a chicken coop and he makes it happen. In the progression of the chicken coop, we did add the door, which you saw just a second ago. Here I'm putting peel and stick tile on the floor. This is just so the coop is easier to clean. And then we put paws here because it got kind of pretty hot. When we picked back up for the chicken coop, we did add some vents on the other side. This is the opposite side of the window. And we go on vacation, so I wanted to make sure that we had an automatic chicken door. This is one that I bought off of Amazon. It is solar powered and you can set it to like sunset, sundown, or a specific time. If you are interested in one of these for your coop, I will have the link in the description for you. Another key factor that you need for a chicken coop is some nesting boxes. So James cut out a hole just like he did for the windows, made it a little bit larger though, so we can have 3 nesting boxes for our hens. And at this point, we are so close to being done with this coop. Now, another important thing to have for your chickens is a run. This is an 8x10 chicken run kit that I bought from Vevor. I bought it a while ago, but we just got to the point where we could put the run up a couple months back, so I've been holding on to it. My nephew and our foreign exchange son helped me put this together, and I'm so glad that they had their help because I'm not sure I could have done it by myself. During this coop and run build, our livestock guardian dog Drax has been super curious about what we're doing. He is unaware that we're doing all of this for him. Next, after getting the frame all assembled, it came with some chicken wire, and we wrapped the front, the sides, the top, everything. Once the run was completely finished, we moved it up against the chicken coop and attached it with some 1-inch pole brackets. My husband finished putting up the white paneling, and then we had some more of the black trim to finish off this coop. I also touched up the white paint and the black trim, and then I add the last final touches, some padding for the nesting boxes. I got my feed ready, and I added some automatic feeders to the run. I did the peel and stick tile for easy cleanup, but to help with smell, I still did a thick layer of pine shavings on the bottom of the coop. For predator protection, we did some things like add some animal hardware to keep them from getting in, and added locks to our nesting boxes. And then the coop is done. Oh my gosh, what a crazy year-long journey, starting, stopping, starting over, but we finally got it done. And then that day finally came where I was able to go meet my chicken dealer lady and pick up our chickens. And if you couldn't tell from the picture, I was ridiculously excited that day. Now, I haven't been a chicken keeper since I was a young kid, so we started with 5 hens and a rooster named Hank. I made sure to have some welcoming treats all ready for them in the run whenever they arrived. I have been wanting to get chickens since the day we bought this land, so it has been a journey, and I'm so thankful that the chickens are finally here. Welcome Hank and the girls to the homestead. That's all I have for you today. Until the next video, happy homesteading.